more engaged in marshalling his troops and getting the fields in the right place. Maybe it's been something that was talked about yesterday. Everybody in their own skill set being a little bit more engaged, being a bit more present. Certainly the Ayub and Shafiq is very organised. That is a shot and a half. Back of a leg, not too much room on offer. The straight back, punching it between cover and that just.
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ। जैस के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
Excellent. The last Zambabwe delivery. Really good shot. High quality cricket shot. Just as H-Agame was in that position in the second slip, just as he's moved from there, there's an opportunity. Shittingarava has got one to just move away a little bit from Ayub. The outside edge is a boundary off the first delivery. That's good delivery, Bankaro. Exactly what he's trying to do with a new ball. Force an error, find the outside edge, and unfortunately for him, that man was in the second slip, and he put himself in a short cover position. As a skipper, you'd look back and say, I think the idea was right. A bit more of a defensive field, maybe create some pressure with dot balls. But in hindsight, you might feel maybe it wasn't positive. If we were here to take wickets like we were a couple of days ago, I would be finding myself in that second slip, third slip position. Because you're asking from him to go, well, Zambabwe, to take wickets with a new ball. Captaincy is kind of a feel thing though, isn't it? Just sort of feeling while you're out there. Sometimes you don't really think it through and then you just make that decision. Create some making a change in the field. Sometimes you let the game lead you and sometimes it is a 50-50 call and you're right. You could do either, both might be right. Good start, good first half of the over. Just a bit of variation. He's got a full ball, a couple of good lengths, and then he's asked the short ball question. Surprised, are you? Same. Won't be too long before you get a couple of more short balls in your career. Convincing at all. Oh, and this is. Gone and it's 23 for 9.
जैस के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ। For 11. Zaim Ayub. Changed. Irvin. Captaincy decision. The slip. Extra fielders behind square on the offside. Irvin. Sean Williams. Three fielders and just distance about 20 meters between the three of them. It's really strengthened that area, square of the offside.
It just tells you something about the surface. They don't expect too much deviation off the seam position. I'm just not sure, is that there for a bad delivery, or does he expect a good delivery to go there as well? And that's often what you need to decide as a captain. Because it might be something, a drive on the yap will find a thick outside edge and might go to that man in picture, but it looks more like it's just there for a back foot punch or a cut shot. It certainly won't be a game plan as such to take a wicket there. I just feel like Zimbabwe can't afford to have another outside edge, find a vacant area in that slip corner. They just need one wicket to get the innings up and running, one breakthrough to get themselves into the contest.
Well, that's another imperious cricket shot from Zaim Ayub. Yes, he was over pitched slightly by Mzanabani, but just the ease with which he's dispatched this to the boundary.
Oh, the full face, look at the head position, right over the ball, contact underneath the eyes, look at the balance. Look at all that pose for a couple of seconds after contact. Looking in good form is the young man.
Big single, and Joel Odumbi wasn't able to cut it off. 5 gone and it's 28 for none.
कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ। To win. Shouldn't take 45 overs. Yeah, the second over of this match. Can't see him.
Yeah, Zimbabwe, they want to be proactive here. Let the sequences pan out like you'd expect. We'll try something different early on. Looks to be a placid surface so far, good for batting. Nowhere near a 146 surface. And use a little bit of magic from someone.
It's extract something, an extra turn.
Very
good batting surface. Did have his career best to 5 wickets in a test match at this ground a few years ago. Maybe an idea just to give him a go. It's gone away back behind, clear on the offside, and Blessing Zarabani cannot cut it off.
Ayim Sawab, 24 of 20 deliveries. Easy pickings for him so far. As the gap opens the face. Made good use of this power play. 4 boundaries so far in his innings.
This time it's off the front foot. Gloriously done by Saeem Ayub. Back-to-back boundaries.
Yeah, it's the overcorrection from Richard Ngarawa. Followed up the short and wide one with the overcorrection to 2 full and 2 straight. It felt like Ayub was waiting for that overcorrection. In position early. High right elbow. Provide the guidance. Find that gap. I like that. 2 consecutive boundaries. The next ball played on its merit. Nice straight back, solid defensive shot. I see that, it always feels like the batsman's telling me he's here to score big runs. Doesn't want to fill a highlights package with 3 or 4 or 5 boundaries. He wants to construct an innings, play the ball to its merits, the partnership.
From that over, 6 gone is 36 for none.
बहुत गलत है यार, पता नहीं क्यों।
You overuse this young man.
I think I learned it earlier, but there's just a certain voice to the way that he's playing. Looks like he's had a lot of time. He's a sign of a good player. In fact, they just seem to have a little bit more time than the other players have. And he's looked unfazed so far today. Really, his shot selection has been very.
That's a drop chance. Blessing Zarabani. He's managed to create an opportunity, and Sean Williams had to drive a long way to his weaker side. Could not hold on to that one.
On the upfront stick, and that's a tremendous effort. And it's half a chance for me. Made it a chance. Moved well to his right, got down, and one of those catches, like you said, to his right hand, his weaker side, it either sticks or it doesn't. Gave himself the chance though to get a hand on it.
What a response from Shafiq Abdallah. This is on the up. Not a bad. Pakistan now going at close to 6 runs and over. Ooh, 28 from 23 has really dominated this power play. Good scoring looked very, very simple. Seven overs gone, 40 for none.
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल। पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं इट वर्क्स।
Yeah, at this stage, Zimbabwe with 37 for 2, Pakistan 40 without loss. You think about how they've gone with the ball. Very effective. Spinners dominated, put their hands up. And they also mentioned that there wasn't a great deal of turn on offer, but they made use of the conditions. As there's a bowling change now with Trevor Gwandu. But this is really important from an opening pair from a few days ago that were put under a little bit of pressure. There's a chance that's gone down. They've looked really composed as I welcome Amir sir.
Yeah, Saim Ayub, more dominant. He's finding middle of the bat quite consistently, regularly. Another cover drive. The moment he middled the ball, he knew it's going to go over the boundary line. Not a great start to the over for this young man. I'd rather not say his name.
Shot of the day for me. Beautiful stride into the ball, and you think that goes in front of square, but it's where he meets it. It goes square of the wicket.
Yeah, he pulled the weight ever so slightly back to be able to find that gap. Good batting. Playing the ball underneath his eyes. Saim Ayub. Now we spoke about Saim Ayub, how well he's batting there. Let's talk about
Chwali bala mein
Abdullah
pura
Shafiq.
chwali run.
His known failure
44 डाले और 44 run.
in the recent past, still battling hard to find the rhythm in his batting. In the previous over, it was a life. Cut. And he cut the ball disdainfully for yet another boundary of the over.
And this time it goes in the same area. Fine leg stays back. Then there's a square leg on the left of the square leg umpire, and then there's a mid wicket and a mid on. I just find with Trevor Gwandu, he's looking for consistency, and he struggled through the offside. So he hits the deck on that occasion, and it'll bring the sweeper into play. With a change of strike, so Shafiq will be on strike. I just thought that more likely you'd want him to get the batter to hit down the ground rather than hit the square of the wicket.
And especially on a pitch like this, which hasn't got much to offer to the seam bowlers. You need to be stickler as far as line and length is concerned.
As he fielded, won't stop the run though. It'll bring up the 50 and it'll bring up the 50 partnership as well. After 8 is 50 without loss.
अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
जैज़ के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Azam partnership between these two. It's their 3rd in 6 matches. At the top of the order for Pakistan. So Pakistan is finding perhaps what could be their opening pair. Must remind you, Baba Azam is not here. So a start like this really then allows you to really set up your middle order alongside Rizwan and Azam.
Ideal situation for Abdullah Shafiq to regain some confidence and get some rhythm back into his batting. The situation is not challenging, and also the conditions. You can afford to anchor at the crease. You can eat up as many deliveries you want to. Such is the situation.
Yeah, spot on. I think situationally, it just allows them and him himself maybe to find some form. Time out in the middle. Doesn't have to overly express himself. If they were chasing 320 and he was batting in this fashion, then you can critique his scoring options and his scoring patterns, and that's where the pressure comes in. But it's an ideal situation here to get some runs underneath his belt.
Not timed it well, but still managed to hit the ball into the gap for a couple of runs. Yeah, talking about a situation where 300 runs were required. The way he's batting, eyebrows would have moved and moved frequently.
I think that will come. When those pressure situation comes, you know what, 14 off 23 would need to be converted to perhaps 30 off 23. I will ask you the question, perhaps, have it in the wheelhouse to take the game to the bowlers? Does he have that aggressive nature? And remember, aggression is not smashing it all over the place. It's about picking gaps. He looks a very classical batter.
Now, he does have. You know, he has proved it time and again. I remember that phase of Pakistani team in Sri Lanka, where he was phenomenal, batted for a long period. And he was instrumental to win the test match for Pakistan. It was a famous victory. And then, even in PSL, I've seen him scoring runs briskly. But just because he's short in runs, that's why he's short in confidence. But it is very good on the part of the selectors. They believe in his ability. They are sticking with him, affording him a lot of time to regain his confidence and form.
He's got a strike rate of 131 in T20s. So he has it. He's got the ability to just put the foot down on the pedal when he needs to. Oh. This is splendid. I don't know if it has all the legs to get there. Oh, yes, it does. Beautiful shot to end the 9th over here. It's 57 without loss.
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
Better start for Pakistan at the top of the innings. Previous game, there was 60 for 6. That came about to the spinners from Zimbabwe and also Muzarabani.
He's batting beautifully, showing the awareness of where the gaps are. Every time he has hit the ball, he has made sure it goes into the gap. Picks up another boundary, Saimayu.
Things I saw about him Oh, that's a great top there. Liverpool are top of the league. 8 points ahead of everybody else. Yeah, but just what I watched about Sam Ayub when I saw him a little bit in Australian games is that he looked to take the bowlers on. But you see some of the shots he's played today. Absolutely stunning.
You know what's encouraging when you talk about Saim Ayub? He's more patient now. Earlier on, intemperate style of batting was his downfall. He does well now. At times, he leaves few strokes in the dressing room, in his cricket bag, and bring those strokes which are suitable for the conditions and also the bowling attack. And that's why he's getting there. He's becoming a consistent batsman now. See, that stroke was indicative of the fact that the batsman is definitely struggling. It was dragged way short. Way short. Should have capitalized on that one.
Just talking about Australia, the conversation a few days ago with Aaron Finch, and I was looking at how Australia batted in that ODI series and then how they played in the test matches. And apparently, the last few seasons, in fact, the last 10 years, look it up on that occasion. And I just thought about how good Pakistan were as a batting unit, even though the bowlers really did restrict Australia, but the Australian batters struggled more. And then they struggled more in the test match. And the conversation was, or the notion was, that the ball in the last 10 years has changed in Australia, the Kookaburra ball, where they've added more lacquer to it and made it a lot harder. And in fact, statistically, the batting averages have fallen by 10 runs, where the average for Australian domestic players was around 45. It's now down to 35 in the last 10 years. Don't go there. No.
Yeah, he got away with similar kind of a delivery against Abdullah Shafiq. But the form Saim Ayub is enjoying at the... That was comfort food. Dispatched it with confidence for yet another boundary. But, you know, we spoke about how thick the bats are nowadays. Even an outside edge or inside edge will earn you runs, and plenty of them. I think they have to think about changing either weight of the ball, and like you suggest, what happened in Australia, adding more liquor. Not liquor, lacquer. That's his signature stroke. Gets to 50 with that pickup stroke of his, which is often described as no shot.
Yeah, what a way to go to 50. 51 of 32 deliveries, striking at just under 160. And he's done it emphatically, hasn't he? 9 fours and 1 6. 42 runs and boundaries, and yeah. Oh man. Inside the line, help it on its way, all the way for 6.
Sorry.
Oh, more runs. More runs. Yeah, I'm not sure that this one has all the timing that he wants, but it's a bigger part of the ground. And they'll pick up 3. At the end of the over, 71 without loss.
सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल। पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं, इट वर्क्स।
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है, बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Zimbabwe. Konja.
Brilliant start
Zero at the
for the Pakistan in this run chase affairs. Umpire signaling power play is completed, and here's the comparison. Pakistan
stays harder for longer, gets a bit more shine on it, and now it's reflective of what's happening in their domestic cricket. And also what we've seen, how good India adjusted, because India has been to South Africa on a number of occasions where the surfaces there have challenged them at the Wanderers, and most recently in Cape Town, where the game was done just under 2 days, or just over 2 days, where the surface offered so much for the bowlers. And I find that quite remarkable that a touring side can almost outbat another opposition in their home conditions, mainly due to maybe technical flaws. Not that they're not good players.
if you're technically deficient, you will struggle against quality bowlers. That's for sure. We're talking about Kukubra ball and the other balls which are used in international cricket. They have different behaviors. When you talk about Dukes, it has a profound seam, does offer more to the bowlers than there is a ball used in India. SG ball, swept into the gap, another boundary for Saimayu. Yeah, going back to the point, they have different behaviors, and these balls, SG or Dukes or Readers, they swing a lot in the air, and also there is seam movement as opposed to Kukubra. Maybe that changing or adding more liquor or pronouncing the seam has brought more for the bowlers.
Come back with you a different angle here, and I wanted to hear your thoughts. Where was the most difficult place to bat for you when the ball moved around? I know it's the final delivery, we'll probably carry it into the next over.
Well, it's difficult for the batters whenever it does move around. But yeah, at times, New Zealand you got tacky wickets or green top wickets where there was more for the bowlers. In some venues in England as well, where the bowlers have developed affinity and they purchase more there.
End of the over, it's 80 for no loss.
him, but the moment he drove the ball down the ground, he gained in confidence. And then there was no stopping. Got to 16, no time.
Brandon Mabuta, the leg spinner from my neck of the woods as well, into the attack from the airport end. Oh, loose now. That's the attack now for the young leg spinner who's been knocking on the door for a while to get into the national side. Yeah, just to finish our conversation about the moving ball and how much it's moved, how less it's moved and starting to move more, and where the batters are now thinking, well, what are the adjustments we make? But I have the feeling you sort of take a leaf out of Joe Root's book, in that in all conditions, he seems to do really well. It doesn't matter whether he's in the West Indies or he's in India or Sri Lanka or Pakistan recently, in Zimbabwe, Australia, he seems to score runs, whether you're playing against the SG ball, the Juke or the Kookaburra ball.
You need to have a good technique, solid technique.
So that's the answer for me, Amir, is that as much as all these changes happen to the game and to the ball, the questions are answered by having a solid technique. In all formats, even the foundations of T20 cricket now, is that if you have a solid base and a good technique, you can dominate bowlers.
Yeah, we all know that batting has evolved. There is no doubt about it. One would have not thought about playing a reverse sweep or a ram shot. In the 70s or 80s, technique was the most important thing. That was the focus. But coming back to the point, whether the batting has evolved or not, the basics remain the same. And if you haven't got the basics right, you will struggle. On your day, you'll get runs, but you'll be exposed very quickly.
100%. Final delivery. The shot of catch it. I think someone's going to have to catch it out the ground. Beautiful, effortless shot. Just want to confirm here. I'm just keeping my eye on Michael Goff to see where the ball has landed. And he's got confirmation from the fielder. It goes for 6. Ends the 12th. It's 90 without loss.
सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल। पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं इट वर्क्स।
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है, बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
Manhattan. Run rate of 7.5.
Isn't he taking Saimayu? He is. Good swing of the bat. Make sure he clears his front leg. Get the elevation.
The conversation is coming to an end, but the final one, Fraser McGurk. There's lots of conversation about him in Australia about how he can dominate bowlers. Couldn't get a run against Pakistan. And the issue was, as the gap is picked here, Abdullah Shafiq now getting into his work. It's not the greatest of delivery, but he puts it away emphatically. The issue was he has not played enough first-class cricket to settle into what is his rhythm as a batter, his technique as a batter. Because right now, you watch some things on TV and you want to emulate them, and you can do it on flat decks. But when the bowlers become really skilled, it becomes difficult on any surface.
You know, not a lot of effort is required to glean information about a certain individual nowadays. Information is available. And if there is any deficiency, it will be exposed. There are quite a few skillful bowlers on the circuit, and they master on that.
End of the over, 94 without loss.
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
More runs required. I beg your pardon, 52 more runs required of 37 overs. Apologies. Yeah, and you can even take it further. I mean, you look at how India have just gone against New Zealand. Simon Dool came out and said, you know what? Not all subcontinental batters are better than other batters around the world when it comes to in their home conditions. That'll be 4. Fine enough, picks the gap, pick up another boundary. Sam Ayub now moves into the 70s. And the reason why is that those surfaces, once they go into one extreme, and you have half-decent bowlers, like a Santner, who can come out, even a Glenn Phillips at the time, makes it difficult for world-class players in the subcontinental conditions.
See, maybe it's a statement from the Indian batters. Gone are the days they struggle against the pacer or seam bowling. 100 on the board with that sweep from Simon Ayub. Back-to-back boundaries. He wants to get to 100 in no time.
Yeah, both sides now very fine and then well in front of square. 100-run partnership. More and more runs. It moves on to 79 here. It'll be another boundary. Runs required 40. He's really on target here to get 100.
The bowler doesn't have anywhere to run. Whatever line or length he has bowled, Simon Ayub had an answer. It's a stern test for the leggy.
Has not played a test match in New Zealand. All of his wickets have come abroad in the subcontinent. And it's outside leg. But made it difficult for world-class Indian batters on turning surfaces when conditions ask you a lot of questions. Rangana Herath being their bowling coach as well, New Zealand. In the air, oh, what a spin, oh, on the bounce.
Maybe effect of playing too much of T20 cricket and on flatter surfaces. Where 250 is actually becoming a norm in 20 overs. Nice.
14 overs gone, it's 108 without loss.
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है, बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 200।
Dominant from Pakistan. 14 overs in, 108 for none.
Osaki.
Look at that rate, well above 7, almost touching 8.
Just one.
Chalk and cheese, the difference between their performance with the bat here 2 evenings ago and today. Darlington Mutsambanatsu. Outstanding, Saim Ayub in particular. It's just the positivity. Really dialed themselves into playing this game today. Pakistan, a different side from the one that played. And to the boundary, it's in the air, close to Dion Myers. That might have gone to hand. Saim Ayub moved to his career best. 54 from 45. Yeah, that's a rank poor delivery from Sikandar Raza.
That's you, mate. That's you, Saki. That's quality, mate.
Just sliding on. In a much better batting surface here today. Still provided something for the spin bowlers. The evidence in the Zimbabwe batting card, all those wickets being taken by the spin bowlers. That this man not there today.
Oh, yes, Saki.
Much better surface at Sports Club today.
Saki.
It's looked like the best batting we've seen so far.
Oh, come on.
15 gone, 114 for none.
Let's go, Ranks.
Shouts of catch it. The only person who might get an opportunity to catch that is in the crowd. 6 runs. Been particularly harsh on Brandon Mavuta, and this time it's a slog sweep. Gets into that very good position, down on one knee. Clears the longest boundary here at Queens by some distance. Quicker and flatter this time from Mavuta, and smashed through the offside. is absolutely brilliant from Saeem Ayub. Picked at its current flatter. It's the width that allows him to free the hands and get that away to the boundary. He's now just one hit away, literally, from what will be his first one-day international 100. Oh. Nice ranks. Good stuff. Yes, Joy, that's quality. Abdullah Shafiq, he's been seen, Brandon Mavuta, seen him coming down. He's moved it a lot wider. Tremendous footwork, allows him to get to the pitch of that one. Get it away to the cover boundary on the offside. Just a few moments away from a historic moment for Saeem Ayub. Oh yes, mate! $16 gone, 128 for none.
Since 9 and bucket those. Brush karo, brush karo, brush karo. Brush karo dinara.
Sensodyne kids enemy. Must be casa pacho.
Cavities tool bhagaye.
₹20 में खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है, बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Be good. I think he's already good. A bit more patience with him. Give him a relatively long run. Trust him through the dips of international cricket that will always be there for any player. Heaved away in the air. One bounce for 4. Emphatic. A smile. A resigned smile. But there's joy there. There's appreciation there. Now acknowledgement from the captain. And from what has been an emphatic 100 here, 101 off 53 at Queen Sports Club. What a moment to savor.
Strike rate 190. 3 towering sixes and 16 boundaries in that 101. An absolute pleasure to witness this moment. Just a quick look at how he got there. Skander runs are not that short, but great footwork gets him into position to get it away. Mohammed Rizwan, captain, stands up to applaud a young man, first one-day international 100.
Change of action there by Sikandar Raza. It's a ball that is brought into the game, doesn't want to be overly lined up and one-dimensional. It's a round arm delivery. He releases it really low. Just have a look at where it releases. It drops the left shoulder, comes round on once it's skidded on. Bring the stumps and LBW into play. That's fair thought here for Abdullah Shafiq. He's probably had the best seat in the house on the other end, watching this young man go about his work. Neatly played through the offside. End of the over, it's 134 without loss after 17, and the players will get some refreshments.
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल। पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं, इट वर्क्स। Sensodyne and पक्के दोस्त।
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल। पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं, इट वर्क्स।
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
Real chance earlier on, difficult one off Mzarabani to Sean Williams' weaker right hand. Couldn't cover a lot of ground to try and get there. Wasn't able to hold on to it. 134 for none.
There's no protection out there, so work for Dion Myers. Ooh, just the foot saves him. Now pick up 2. What has been the highlight for you here at Darlington in this innings of 105?
It's just the ease with which he hits those drives through extra cover region. Stillness of his head, balance of his feet. That is another feature of his batting. Sweeps very, very finely.
I'll tell you what really stuck out for me is that once he gets going, it is so hard to stop him. Whether he's on the sweep, whether he's on the drive, whether he's getting inside the delivery and lifting it and heaving over fine leg, whether he's playing through the offside or the onside. He's very difficult to keep quiet. That has been a real highlight for me, and that from a bowling perspective. If you're bowling to him, you've got to try and starve him of those powerful shots because he's always looking to score. And when he's scoring, you mentioned just a short while ago that it's emphatic, the way he goes about getting his runs. So that for me is a question that perhaps Zimbabwe will need to answer in the next game, trying to keep him quiet. I do think the way they got him out in the first ODI, getting him to drive with the ball seeming away from him, could be an option. Right, 2 runs required.
Nice,
Fielding off his own bowling there, Leonard Maputa.
Great stuff there.
To think, they've got 144, haven't even got to the 20th over.
Oh, nice.
End of the over, 144th out loss.
अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है, बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
Just the 2 runs that required. Turnaround Pakistan have made 80 runs the first ODI. Yes, Troy! And they just come back. Just a mindset shift.
I do feel also their opponents today left some runs out there. Lifted. Here we go. It's one skip and a bounce away into the advertising hoarding. Pakistan, they win the second ODI International here at Queen Sports Club by 10 wickets. It's the 5th time they've done it in ODI cricket where they've won by 10 wickets. It's the 2nd time they've done it against Zimbabwe. The previous was in Harare, 2011. High fives go around. The man of the moment, Sam Ayub. 113 of 62 deliveries. It doesn't quite get more emphatic than this. And they've got this 146 in under 19 overs. 18.2 to be exact. Lots to think about there for the Zimbabweans. They'll be hurting. They'll be disappointed by their showing today. The captain, we'll hear from him in a short while. These young players, they all got starts. Again, it was the question. When you get a start, do you push on? How do you push on? Can you push on? They don't on this occasion because Pakistan win by 10 wickets. Rizwan, and also it's the notion of giving the young players coming into the side. There's 3 big-time players that have been rested. More opportunities as they grow their ODI squad. More opportunities for these players that have come here to put their hands up. Their spinners did it today. Even a debutant did it. Ahmed. Faisal as well in the wickets. Samanaga also picked up three big wickets of Craig Irvin, Dion Myers, and then the big one of Sekunda Raza. So hugs, embraces, pats on the back, job done. Commiserations to Zimbabwe. They go back to the drawing board because they have an opportunity still to win the series. It sets it up beautifully, doesn't it, for Thursday?
There's going to be excitement here, definitely. Both sides now actually have something to play for. That is Saeem Ayub, 113 from 62. Star of the show at Queen Sports Club. In the second one-day international, ably supported by Abdullah Shafiq with 32 from 48. This is how he did it. Started nicely. Very simple cricket early on. And strong square on the offside. Very orthodox cricket, and then he expanded his play as he got in and was particularly harsh on Brandon Mabuta.
Yeah, on the sweep. Midfield. Smiles. Acceptance. What a talent he will be for Pakistan, and is already. Acknowledgement from the young man as he gets his maiden ODI ton. The fastest ODI hundreds for Pakistan. No surprises that Shahid Afridi will be there. But Sam Ayub says, you know what, I'm going to slot into number 3. And he does it in the whale. Shakil Khan also no surprises because they get on with it. Fantastic. 1996 Nairobi. Who will ever forget that one? 37 deliveries. Story from the bowling card. 146 on board. You need your bowlers to do what they did in the first one. Have them 60 for 6. It's not to be today. They weren't quite tested with a better total on the board for these bowlers maybe to come into their own. Expensive again, Gwandu and Mabuta. That's the story from the match. We won the toss, decided to bat. Myers looked good for his 33, and Williams as well. Another start. Ahmed 4 for 33 on debut. Aga 3 for 26, 1 apiece for Ayub and Faisal, and then into the run chase. Sam Ayub, he picked up a wicket and he's picked up 100. A maiden ODI ton, 113, unbeaten, with Shafiq on 32 not out. Bowlers, no one featured in the wickets column. Pakistan bounced back to win by 10 wickets. Right, we'll take a short break upstairs. When you come back, it'll be Tino Moyo at the post-match presentation.
Sensodyne and Pakke Dost.
इस मैजिकल ऑफर को जाने ना दें। अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बोतल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
जैस के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास बनाए हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बोतल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।
सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन सिर्फ 60 सेकंड्स में आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसराइन रैपिड एक्शन का रोजाना बाकायदगी से इस्तेमाल। पेशेंट्स वापस आके बताते हैं इट वर्क्स।
जैज के पास हर नीड का हल है। बस *699# मिलाओ और अपने लिए खास हुए पैकेज को अपनी सुपर पावर बनाओ।
अब कोका कोला की 2 लीटर बॉटल सिर्फ 220 रुपए में। खाना बनाए मैजिकल कोका कोला के साथ।